Hey everybody, it's Jon Bagley. We are over here at Autorama Milwaukee, and we are chilling out and hanging out with buddy Jeff Fram with his killer 70 Super Bee. How you doing today?
Fantastic. How are you doing?
Good, good.
Good.
I like the relaxed area now instead of me being on the feet. We were just talking about being on a show, at a show all weekend and being on your feet all weekend. So
Yeah, it's good to sit down.
yeah, it is good to sit down, relax, and kind of relax the voice a little bit.
Yeah.
So we noticed right away we fell in love with this car in a park the other day when we were parking our stuff. And give us a little history.
Can't hide it very well. It's kind of stands out in the parking lot.
Oh yeah, the beautiful paint, everything on this car, and how long have you had it for?
I've had it about 5 or 6 years ago. The previous owner helped me a lot to get the body and paint going. It was disassembled, and over a 2 or 3 year period, I put it back together, and it's been on the road for this coming up 3 summers. Put about 1,500 miles on it.
Okay.
In that amount of time.
So it's a driver, it's not the trailer queen. You like driving it.
I love driving it. Yeah.
You love driving it.
Yeah.
And now I was looking at your post. This car is actually one of 473 made. Is that correct?
Yeah. So some cars are rare because nobody wanted them when they were new, and
Yep.
some cars are rare
No,
because
you couldn't give away a Mopar back in the day.
some cars are rare because you know, they didn't make many for various reasons, and some are rare because they have unusual options or packages and that type of thing. So it's not the rarest ever, but it's I don't think you'll see another one very often. So I just feel.
No. It's a beautiful car. So back to when you first got it, you said it was like they helped you put it back together in body and paint. So was this like the typical basket case when you found this car?
If we could back up to 1983, I turned 16. I'll tell you this story.
We're going back a ways. I'll get comfortable.
1983, I was 16. Me and my friend were driving around in his mom's Oldsmobile, and there's a 446 pack car on the road. We catch up to that car, and my friend thinks we're gonna race the guy in his mom's Oldsmobile.
And this is Milwaukee area, right? You're from Milwaukee. Well, you're from Cedarburg now, but yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so we're going down
Trying to put a place on it.
Round Deer Road when Northridge Mall was thriving, and
That's dating back. I remember going there.
and this I think it was a Super Bee 6-pack, Super Bee 69, of course, but like in a split second, that thing just stands up and it was gone.
Yep.
And me and my friend, 16 years old, were like, we're gonna get cars with 440s. You know, we were so
That's
excited
the coolest thing ever.
about it. So 2 years later, I saw this car sitting behind the garage, and Bob, who owned it at that time, is who I bought it from 35 years later.
35 years it took you to get the car.
Well, I wasn't pursuing it, but
Right.
you know, he had all good intentions of getting around to the project someday, and you know, time flies when you have family responsibilities and
Oh, yeah.
projects. So
Everybody knows how that goes, yeah.
yeah, so whatever it was, 6 years ago, it came up in conversation, and he said, why don't you buy the Super Bee from me? And I said, let's do it.
Okay.
So we got into that commitment. So car sat in the garage, taken apart for 30 some years, and
Okay.
when I bought it, I had to go through
Piece by piece. Was it completely apart? I mean, everything.
just about as far apart as you can take a car. And
Oh, yeah.
you know, so we were digging car parts out of attics and basements and
Sure.
other people's homes and other people's attics and basements. And
Done that several times. We know how that works.
months later, oh, found another part. Come on over and
Okay.
get it. So
And you knew you always wanted to bring it back to the stock, right? You weren't going to do anything to change up on any of that.
yeah, I had paperwork and history that was great. That, you know, I didn't want to ruin that history and authenticity with.
Now, was he the original owner?
modifying it.
Was he the original owner of the car
He
also?
would have been the third or fourth owner. I'm maybe
Okay.
the fifth owner.
Okay.
So
Okay. Yeah, I saw some of the documentation that you have around here.
yeah. So then when I got it, I was searching old paperwork and previous owners, and turns out the original owner lives right in my neighborhood.
That's pretty
We've
great.
connected. He was here yesterday,
So you were saying the original owner was here yesterday.
looking at the car.
That's a story in itself.
Yeah, he was reminiscing. He's got a great story too. He was 17 years old when he bought this car brand new in the summer or fall of 70.
In the fall of 70.
And
do we remember what the list price was back then?
The window stickers, what, $4,300, and the 71s were coming out already, so
right.
the dealer was
kind of closing these out, right?
To get the move, so
like they always did. Yeah,
it would have been $3,500 for a new car.
Sure, to get a closeout end of your sale
back then, and the 446 pack automatic package is just a great.
That's a really
great combination, you know.
Yeah, and you. So who did you do the body and paint and everything on it and everything yourself, or who did you have to paint the car and everything?
That was the previous owner. So part of the purchase was he was gonna finish the body and paint for me, which was incredibly wonderful. So I got the car. It was bright and shiny when my wife saw it the first time. So
oh, it was.
It wasn't
okay.
like looking at a basket case.
Okay, so it was just it was all painted and everything. You just had to do the assembly basically of the car.
Yeah, so I had to put together things, and other people helped me. My brothers, my friends.
Sure.
Many other people.
Oh, it always ends up being a community project.
I thank all of them for contributing what they could to help with that. So.
Of course, yeah. So when you had it all done, what was the first show you did with it? Are you just driving right away, or do you take it down to show?
In Grafton, there's a Rods and Relics lime kiln show.
Very familiar. That's the one down by the river, correct?
I had just a couple days earlier it run for the first time, and I drove it to the show with no interior, just a seat and a steering wheel. Outside,
you were one of the diehards. You had to at least get it going.
The outside was done.
So that was
but
good
if you looked in inside, it was just a seat and a steering wheel.
Sure.
But I was just excited to
get it out.
To a show. So.
Sure. Yeah, and when you so interior package, you had to finish that off then, right? Or was it all ready to also?
Yes, we had to recover the seats and buy carpeting and had the vinyl top and headliner done, and someone.
It's beautiful work. I mean, the car is amazingly straight, and of course, everybody's loving the car here at the show. I'm sure you had every stop so far.
Everybody's favorite thing is a window sticker in the window.
I saw the window sticker. I love it when you have an original window sticker as part of a show.
Even if people who don't care for this car, everyone was excited to talk about the dollar value of 1970.
The 1970 compared to where we're at right now. With
what that could buy you at the
inflation of used cars right now.
Yeah.
For
sure.
Now, I was looking on your sheet here, and the information sheet. Now, the original motor was replaced on this car with an aftermarket block. Is that correct?
Yeah, so the original owner informed me that the original engine was blown on a test drive before the car was even sold. So
how does that even happen?
By the time the car was sold, the dealership had put a warranty engine in it already. So,
okay.
And it still has the sold as new engine that
sold as new engine. So technically, it came from the
numbers are stamped on it.
So the numbers are stamped on it. So even though it's not, so that's kind of a rarity in itself right there also. That was a dealer switch block, and it still has original stampings on it.
Yeah, I don't have paperwork to support that, but I have the original owner's
his voucher
story. So yeah.
Well, the stories are always priceless.
And he was a 17-year-old guy in 1970. He wanted a Hemi Cuda, and apparently his dad saw the price tag of that and said that's ridiculous. So they settled.
So they settled on this one, right? Right, back in the day. Now, is it just a show car? Do you drive it? Have you ever taken it to like any of the drags for fun or any of that other stuff like that? You just like driving it?
I haven't raced it or anything, but I just take it to go get ice cream on the weekends or something like that, and take it for a little drive. Yeah, Five Corners, Wayne's Drive-In. That's right by us.
Yep.
So we're up there almost every Thursday evening.
Every Thursday evening, that place gets packed. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good.
So how many other Super Bs are there that are canary yellow? Actually, what the correct color is?
If you narrow down the production figures, engine, trans, color, with the white interior, it's probably one of 60 or 70.
Yep. Yeah. Very, very rare piece.
Yellow was the third most popular color.
Yellow was
after purple and blue.
Okay. What is
some are automatic.
And this is the Mopar color. What is the correct?
Top banana.
Top banana.
So it looks like a banana. It's yellow on the outside, white on the inside.
White on the inside. So yeah.
Black.
Mopar always had their crazy themes, and after a while, it's just so crazy to me. So nowadays, You know, back in the 70s or even early 80s, the cars weren't worth what they are now. And now with the way it is now, what is something like this? If a guy was gonna buy this from you or you offered to buy it, what's something like this run nowadays?
Yeah, depending on condition and engine options, these old cars in nice condition are going from $40,000-$50,000 up to $70,000, $80,000, $90,000.
Yeah, they were always a good investment.
More if they're higher quality, and
sure,
less if they're not.
Right, on that whole thing. Yeah, right on top of there, correct. Yeah, so they're on there, but no, it sure is a beautiful piece.
So last year I was taking all these short trips to the ice cream stand and stuff, and I said I'm going to take a big trip with it. So we drove from Milwaukee to Minneapolis for the Mopars in the Park show.
Really?
And that was a little nerve-wracking because I've always been just...
How many hour ride is that?
5 to 6 hours.
Really?
And
a lot of people don't own a car like this and never do it.
No matter what the weather was going to be, it's going to be parked at a hotel at night. Those things that make a guy nervous for his freshly restored car. So we did it. It was a hot weekend, and you know, the car doesn't have air conditioning, so it's windows down. And
well, you enjoyed the ride every mile, I bet.
Yeah, but you know, back in when the cars were new, people would jump in them and take a trip.
Well, that's exactly.
You have to overcome that initial.
You have to overcome that initial thing. You know, when we take the kids across the country, Mom and Dad took us back in their station wagons, custom vans. We never sat down in those. So, and now you have a car that's better than brand new, and some guys are still scared to take it out. That's great that you actually took it out there.
You see those guys on TV road trips. They always got like a crew with a trailer behind.
Yeah, the whole crew was behind it. Sorry, we didn't have that, did you?
We had a few people in our caravan, but it wasn't, you know, if there was a major breakdown, that was part of the excitement. You got to pull over and get some tools out and tweak some stuff while you're driving. And
sure, any major mishaps or just
nope.
Little small things?
Nope. Just, you know, as things heat up, after you put things together, you got to tighten some nuts and bolts and screws and stuff like that. But,
sure. But otherwise, no, she made it. So how many miles are on it now since the restoration?
Probably about 1,500.
About 1,500.
Maybe close to 2,000. I'd have to look at what the current numbers are. So I'd like to say I drive it 500 to 1,000 miles this summer.
Okay. Sure. And so what are the future plans for it? Holding on this one forever, or?
I have a car or two that I would never part with. But yesterday I met the original owner and his nephew has fond memories of riding in this car as a kid. And I would, if anyone would buy it, I would love it. You know, give it to a good home.
That'd be a full circle story. That'd be a full circle story to do that on there.
For sure.
To do that, yeah. Okay. Yeah, that'd be a great full circle.
But yeah, I mean, no other real plans. I mean, they're always something if you're going to drive them, you got to tweak them and make adjustments and touch up stuff and things like that. And
well, that's great.
Like different wheel and tire combinations, I might put a different style of wheel and tire on it.
I've always liked that classic timeless, the 500s that are on there. Those are beautiful tires.
Yeah, those are about the fattest tires you can get on there without modifying.
Yeah, they always had a nice wide inner wheel wells to get someone on there, you know, to hold that Dana 60 back there and everything. No, it's a very beautiful piece. I mean, it looks flawless. It doesn't even look like you drive it.
Oh,
yeah.
It's hard to keep it perfect. So I understand why guys like put cars in museums or they don't come out of the trailer or the garage very often. I can understand that.
So after that long trip, how long did it take you to detail it to 100% to get it in a show like this?
Oh man, were there the bugs in the grill?
Yeah.
I mean, big.
Everywhere?
Bees. You know, it's a super bee. It attracts.
So attracts everything.
Yellow attracts flies and bees and stuff.
Okay. Gotcha. So we're on top of there doing that stuff. Sure.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you what. Well, thanks for chatting with us.
Yeah.
Are you showing it today?
Yeah, it's at the show here.
There you go. Well, good luck at the show tonight. Thanks for chatting with us.
Thanks. Enjoyed talking with you.
All right. Until next time. See you then.